Hello!
Hello! We are the Thread Gremlins, and we are back for episode number 23!
23! This time featuring tiny monster fingers.
Tiny monster fingers. Couldn't be more appropriate.
No, I found them when I was cleaning up Legos this morning. I was like pulling all the Legos underneath bookcases, and then out came tiny monster fingers.
Perfect timing. Amy is not sick anymore.
Now her kids are sick!
So she is not here again, and we are so sad. I think she is probably more sad because she has not left the house in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I think it's been longer than that. I think it's been more like 3.
She has been stuck at home for
She's
3
trapped.
weeks. We visited her. We
We did.
I did. Kimmy Gibblered her, jumped in our house and freaked everyone out.
I hung out with her and we were giggling so hard and I was stitching, and then I came home and had to rip everything out because we were having so much fun that my stitching was all messed up.
That's the best.
It is.
Yeah. So we gotta go bug her again, maybe this week.
Yeah.
Together.
I love it.
Because I came unannounced, kind of, and they were ready.
She's told me absolutely do not show up at my house before 9:30. So
I didn't do that. Anyways, let's see. So, stitching, I have not stitched many projects.
I said that I was gonna not stitch many projects. I texted you and Amy and was like, I didn't do any stitching this week.
You told me I am not gonna have much to show this week.
I have 5 to show and 1 FFO.
So I didn't do much because I was like, well, she's not gonna do much, so we'll just do like a short Floss Tube.
No, I got stressed out and I sew when I'm stressed
Okay.
out. So
Okay, I have been reorganizing this whole room. So that was the other
look,
project.
no pictures.
I know, I had to clean all the shelves off. It'll be full again in a second. But
I love your JP patches though. That's really cool.
Oh my god. Okay. This is Cam's.
Oh. Does Cam know it's Cam's?
Yeah. I haven't sent it yet. Don't look, Cam. It was in my car.
Okay.
And I was gonna send it to her instantly and made Amy go get her address and like do the whole thing, and then I didn't. And then it sat in my car and freaked everyone out for like a week, and then I forgot I put it right there.
Do we need like a little privacy screen for him?
So
Or just girl, don't look.
don't
We'll
look.
trust you.
Don't look at this, okay? This is one of your presents.
Everyone else can look.
I will go to the mailbox someday.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's a music box. Anyways, so I didn't stitch very much, and I worked on something. I think we both have the same thing. Okay, you go first.
Can I show it?
Oh, I made a dollhouse. That's
Yeah.
what took my time. I'm gonna insert a photo right here of I got a 70s kit from eBay. And I made a wood dollhouse. And so this is the kit. This is what she looks like now.
We got baby painting it. Yeah.
It's getting painted. She's gonna be beautiful. And then Elizabeth and I are probably gonna be making rugs.
Tiny flower boxes.
It's gonna get intense.
I'm looking forward to getting weird about this with
Yeah,
you.
it already has a Christmas tree in the bay window that I was told is not to be removed, even to put the floors in. So that's what I spend a lot of my time on.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
All right. Well, since we all know what's here, I have a finish. There it is.
Oh my god. Look at that.
Finished it. It's done. I accidentally bought way too much purple thread. I've got like 4 skeins of this Karen Water Lily's Aubergine left over, which is great. Actually, it's enough to do a whole nother project in.
Wow. It's done.
It's done.
It's beautiful.
I'll hold it up so they can see better. We just do a slow.
And your back
Scroll
looks the
by.
exact same. The sun is just gleaming through it, and it is perfect on the back.
Thank you. I learned a lot doing this project. There's the back, if you guys are like me.
It looks
interested.
the same.
It actually kind of does look the same.
And
You're
it's
right.
all spelled correctly. It's very impressive.
There's the back.
Wow.
And I think what I love the most about this is because I carried it around with me for a year, and because it's so seasonal, when I look at it, I remember like I put in this wreath at a minor league baseball game with my kids. I did this part of the border when I was on my 10th anniversary trip with my husband. Caroline and I used to in the spring, we were meeting up on parks on like Tuesdays, and that's when all of this was done at the park with Caroline on Tuesdays. Yeah, I had a kid who was super into bunnies at the beginning of the year, and now bunnies are garbage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He doesn't like bunnies anymore? Oh, no.
I mean, they're not garbage. They'll never be garbage.
I know, but it was that thing.
They're no longer like all humor. But I love that because I was like, so I saved this bunny for last, and by the time I got to it, he didn't care anymore.
Oh my gosh.
But I love that too. It's like
they
grow so fast. But it's like really when I look at that, it's like the last of Aiden's bunny thing.
Oh my gosh.
Is what I see in that pattern. I did the pumpkin farm at the pumpkin farm.
Did you?
I did. I saved it for that. So it's got so many memories in it.
Oh, isn't that so fun?
Yeah. And then of course, I did the center at preschool when we were at preschool together. So it just, it really reminds me of you, and it reminds me of Amy, and it has so many of the activities that I did with my family during this period, like sewn into it. So
magic. Isn't it magic how we do that? We can sew memories into our stuff. It's so cute.
Yeah. And I'm very pleased with how it came out.
It's very, very sentimental, this piece.
Yeah.
It is so sentimental.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's pretty wild. What happened with putting in your...
I decided not to do it. I decided I like really like it, and I think it's super balanced. I may go and put like right at the top border or the bottom border outside of the actual piece my initials and the date.
I think that would be beautiful.
But I would probably, if I was going to do it, it would be on the bottom.
Yeah.
Just, EEF
just
2024 to 2025 on the edge of the frame. But I feel like it has such beautiful balance and composition. I don't want to...
I don't want to touch it.
And the other thing, too, that I'm really proud about with this one is that one of the reasons the back's clean is because I ripped out mistakes on the back. The front would be perfect, and if the back wasn't perfect, I went through and did it because I was forcing myself to learn how to work at that level. And there are no fudged counting places either. It is
done right.
It is perfect. Wow. There is not a stitch out of place. There is not a stitch that wasn't crossed. There's not a split thread.
Oh my gosh, I bet that feels amazing.
It does. But that's also why I don't want to go in and start messing with it down here.
Okay, that's fair. I think on the
just
almost like if you have to look,
I'll do it in like a single strand back stitch, probably too high.
Oh gosh, what would Katie tell you to do? Katie does that one thread. I have one of them. It's the 103, but it's the ones that start with 7 and they're even finer. And I have one.
Okay, we'll see.
Yes.
I'll see it. Maybe I'll try it in the aubergine so that it matches and see how it looks. But yeah.
I say we ghost it.
Oh, you mean like do it in the cream?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that even better. Yeah.
Oh my god, I almost had it. It went in my brain and then it flew out.
Well, if we were really going to ghost it, then we could just pull from the selvage edge.
No, you gotta use.
Is it gotta be fancy?
It's gotta be fancy. It's got a name. Here's one right here. Seraphim.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Floss Seraphim. It's the ones that have the 7s, and they are even they're super fine.
Tight. So I could even do it over one.
Yes.
Okay, I'm into it. Yes, I'm gonna do that. And I'm not gonna probably show you guys because if I've done it correctly, you won't be able to see.
And Katie would love it. And that's all we're trying to do in life.
Impress Katie and Denise.
Yes.
I need to find out the name of the framer that Denise uses too, because I've been working on my framing. It's getting better, but
it's gonna be one you get done.
The bigger the project is, the harder it is to get framed and on grain, and
and this one is gonna be going into the fair for sure.
Yeah, I'll probably put this one into the fair. Probably put a lot of them, even the ones I'm not super excited about, into the fair, just to see if I can get feedback on my stitching.
I'm so excited about doing the ghost name.
That's too brown. But
we'll like, see how thin it is?
Yes, I do. And I will do it over one on the bottom.
Oh my god, that's going to be so pretty.
It is.
Okay, next.
Oh, right. Am I showing you next or are you showing next?
You're showing next.
Okay.
Oh!
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
It now has
That's the back. You don't even know.
Oh, was that the back?
That's the back.
Dang, sorry. What's the front?
Oh, is this the buffalo?
This is a buffalo plaid quince.
Oh
that
my
we've got
gosh.
to go with this pair. I think I might do some of the borders next before I rip into the
Look
apple.
how good it looks on camera.
Oh yeah, it does.
It looks
you guys
so
can really
good
see
on
it.
camera.
I have made I think this is so funny because I've made counting errors in it from my actual stitching. So now my question is, do I go back and correct the chart so when I give it to people, it looks like what I've sewn, or do I give you guys what I wish I had sewn?
You're not gonna give this away. You're gonna be a bajillionaire.
Oh, I'm not gonna be a bajillionaire.
Yes, you
apparently.
are.
You're so sweet.
You have created a masterpiece.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me get the frames on it and see how you feel.
It's crazy because on camera you can see the ghosted one so well, but when you're up close,
You can still can see it pretty well.
Yeah, you can, but it shows up so much poppier.
It might be having the bright light on it from the ring light too.
It's amazing. God, what a cool technique.
Thank you.
That is so fun. Yay. This is turning out absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm so excited.
I'm really pleased with the series of references that I've pulled from it too. It's sort of like the things I've been looking at have been like French and sort of mid-century France, if that makes sense.
It's very classy.
Oh, thank you. Well, finding something that you would stitch is definitely was a design goal.
This is just so interesting and fun.
And it's easy to do.
I can't believe that, but I
No.
will trust you. Wow, I love this. I almost want it on a cardigan. Like, I would wear that.
You could absolutely put those on a cardigan.
Yeah, that'd be so cute.
Yeah.
I love the buffalo. Well, I love a buffalo.
Me too.
Before I ordered one of those like spiral rugs that are like wall. Braided rug.
Yeah.
Because I like those kind of like things. And before I almost went with a buffalo.
I like that.
But Josh said that's too country.
I mean, you have to be careful with that, yeah, especially if it's black and red.
Well, it was okay. Well, we don't need to talk about it.
All right, I'll give you guys one more. There's my plaid fruits. Very pleased with them. I think the other thing that's kind of fun about this is that you put in the first layer and then you put in half the second layer and you go, there's no way this is going to work. Surely I am doing it wrong. And then you finish it and you're like, oh, no,
it works.
It works.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
I'm
going to start putting in the borders next. The blossoms?
Yeah, the blossoms.
Yeah, so I'm going to work on that a little bit and then see if I want to make any adjustments before I put in the last fruit.
What's the next one going to be? Red?
It's a red apple. Yeah, but it's more of a like, I'm going to admit some ignorance
Honey Crisp. Please be a Honey Crisp.
It's a bright red apple, but it pulls a little bit, it's more of I don't exactly know where the line is between a plaid and a tartan. And that's something that like I need to do some reading about, but it does have a more complicated pattern that I could see reading as either.
A tartan, in my head, has like more intricate like
It's a little bit more intricate, but I don't know if it's intricate enough that we've crossed the line. At any rate, it's red, but it pulls yellow. It goes here. It's red and it pulls shades of yellow and green from the parent apple so that they all kind of like talk to each other.
I'm excited.
So the pear pulls yellow from the quince and then the apple will pull from the previous two so that they all talk.
I can't wait. Yeah. It's beautiful. And it's so fun.
Thank you. And it's so fun.
Yeah. We all know it's like the coolest thing.
Oh my gosh. You're so sweet.
Okay. All right.
Are you going to show one?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
Oh my God. Did you finish it? You finished it.
I finished it.
Oh my God. Oh, you put little sequins in it.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I did. I finished her.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe we finished on the same week.
I know. I knew you were going to, and that's why I was like, ugh.
Oh my God.
I'm doing it too.
It's huge. Are you going to send it out for framing or are you going to frame it yourself?
No, I'm going to frame it myself. I already have a frame.
Perfect.
And it's a frame that nobody else likes in my house.
Ooh, is it that gold one in your living room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so this is going to go in it. Oh my god, it looks so good on camera with all the different colors.
It just looks so good.
I love it. I'm so happy with it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah, so I finished winter literally last night. So these were from the Dollhouse.
From the Dollhouse. I was gonna say those look familiar.
So the Dollhouse's roof is hot pink, but it is also glitter.
Yeah. It's perfect.
And so when I was finishing these last night, I was doing this area last night when I was sitting with Archer doing the Dollhouse. She was like, here's a sequence for your project. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay, yes. This is gonna get stitched in.
I love it.
I know. And so then I got over here and she handed me another one and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Because this was a heart. And I was like, oh, I can put that in. That's easy. But then she was like, oh, here's a shell. And I was like, oh, I can't do another one because the shell doesn't have holes in it. So I can't put it on there. And she was like, oh, no, don't worry. There's holes. And I was like, oh, good. And there actually was a little hole in the shell.
Mm-hmm.
So it
worked.
Went on. It went in.
All right, you gotta hold them up together.
I love how dirty it is.
Yeah, mine's filthy too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it. Can you believe it?
No,
I know.
No, I can't.
I know.
Like, no.
I just knew you were gonna do it, and so I was like, I can't not do this.
Oh. And now we get to start the next one too. We'll get a reprieve. I think the first day of spring is March 20th.
Yeah, we have a reprieve now.
I kind of love that. I feel like I get like a summer vacation for stitching. I get to sew whatever I want until March 20th.
I know.
And then I'm very excited too because now I get to start my next Caroline project.
I know. We're gonna do
Siege of Bunny Castle.
Siege of Bunny Castle.
Which is a little bit smaller too. And I'm happy about that because this was fun, but this was a beast. This was a beast. And Siege of Bunny Castle is fewer stitches.
Here.
Are you gonna go grab it?
Oh, it's right here. Because I was just pulling it out because I was organizing all my stuff.
Have you got it kitted up?
I think so.
I think I'm going to be doing a color conversion on it.
Okay, so here is the OG coloring. Okay, so Amy got me this a while ago.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I've been trying to find a place to use it.
Yeah, Bunny Castle.
And I think this is it. Because I want it to be something special since...
Because we're going to do it for a year.
My friend got it for me. And this is Barnwood Picture This Plus in 32 count. It's gorge. It's from Denise. And then these are the colors that I have pulled. So this is from a different Roxy Floss kit.
Ooh, I like it. So you're doing a color conversion. That's what I was going to do too. I really like this color. This guy right in here is like a terracotta, but I want it to be red. I just really want him to be red.
So some really bright reds, some good beiges, and then I love these blues on this. So
I see that.
I'm excited about that. And I think it's going to be a really good fit and easy conversion.
Like What's this green going to be?
I don't know. You know, I looked
there's
at
some of the grays like in here that would, I'm pointing at the underneath his little feet, right? It looks like that could have a little green in it.
Yeah, there was enough colors that I needed to pull some extra colors.
Just in case.
I think in case some of the whites weren't popping or if some of the beiges weren't showing. Because this castle has two different colors.
It has like a gray and a cream.
Yeah, a lot of them have like a two-tone effect.
Yeah.
And so I grabbed just some other randoms just in case something wasn't working well or giving enough shadow.
I'm excited to see how they look different too. I haven't decided what count I'm going to do it on. But I think I want to do it maybe on like a parchmenty color. Like I've been thinking maybe about doing it on the doubloon that I bought for Autumn Hill.
I can't picture it.
Don't worry about it. But it's like a very...
I have to edit anyway, so we'll put a picture.
It's a very yellowy kind of color.
When I have to edit, it's like might as well.
Fair.
Oh my god, okay, do you know what is something I've been thinking about?
No, but I'm excited to find out.
Okay, so this, right? Okay, I didn't use it, but it is on
the gridded.
Gridded. So today I have to do that.
You have to wash it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you just soak it. It's...
Hot water, right?
I don't know. I would read about it.
Anyway, so that is going to be a project for today.
Do you know how to dry it?
I think you wet it and then you
Okay.
put it on a towel and then
So,
you iron it?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you because this is something that I love. My great-grandmother was put into a boarding school, and at the time she was expected not to be learning academics. It was like a boarding school, but they wanted her to learn housewife skills. And she was always very, very proud that she had like straight A's. And I have her textbook. I have her textbook from the Native American boarding school that she was in about how to be a housewife, and it has instructions for how to do this.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah, so you get plain newsprint, and you put it on a layer of plain newsprint to make sure that there's no transfer of ink or dye.
Okay.
And then, so you get a towel.
I don't have that, check.
I have it, you can borrow it. You put a big towel down, then you put a layer of plain newsprint, then you roll the whole thing up, and then you take tiny steps on it. You
With
step
the
on it with your,
newspaper?
no, you've got, okay, it's, the layers go towel, newsprint, embroidery.
So the embroidery goes
On top of the newsprint, yes.
and it doesn't transfer.
It's because the newsprint will absorb any ink better than the towel will. So if you have any bleeding from your ink, it goes into the paper.
Okay.
Then, and I hadn't heard the paper separate either, but the textbook is very clear on the paper.
I believe you.
And then you roll the whole thing up like a big jelly roll, and then you step on it. You take little micro steps back and forth, and then when you do it like that and you pull it out, it's almost entirely dry.
Okay.
And then you are supposed to dry it flat on a clean towel, and there you go.
Okay. Newsprint?
And then you let dry it overnight. Yeah.
Why do you have newsprint?
Because I cover the table in it, and then I let my kids do art on the table, but I cover like the entire dining room table.
Okay.
In sheets of newsprint. It's cheap.
I just haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, or like if we're carving pumpkins or doing a messy
I know,
project.
where are you getting it?
Oh, Amazon.
You buy newsprint on Amazon?
Newsprint paper, yeah.
Oh, newsprint paper.
It's not like actual newspapers. You wouldn't use actual newspapers because you wouldn't want to get the newspaper.
That's why I was saying.
No, it's blank newsprint paper. It's blank. Oh. Yeah. No, I'm not using newspapers.
But that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
that would be.
understand. I was like, okay, maybe this newsprint is like magnetic to ink, I guess.
No. But it is because it's designed to absorb ink.
Yeah, we get,
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, you use
Okay,
blank newsprint.
It's a thing you buy.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And I've got a big roll of it in my bedroom.
I have craft paper.
I don't know if that would work the same.
Okay, next.
Châtelaine.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So I sewed the tiniest town. Look at that
It's
tiny
the
town.
tiniest
It has
town.
the tiniest people in it.
Does it?
I mean, in my
Oh,
head.
okay.
In my head, it does.
Okay.
Itty bitty town.
Oh,
It's so pretty. It's so
pretty.
cute.
Look
It
at you.
has
It's
so much backstitching in it.
I'm so glad you changed the color to green.
Because otherwise they would be in winter all the time.
I know, like us, where it's still snowing
It's
out there.
forever. Oh, we had a whole week where the kids didn't go to school.
Yeah.
That was when I texted you guys and said I'm not sewing.
I know. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Because before that, we had conferences. We had...
Yeah. So, I'll hold up so you guys can see really close. There's the tiny
It's
town.
beautiful.
With all of the little 3/4 and quarter stitches to make the roofs perfect.
Oh.
And then an itty bitty wrought iron fence that goes all through.
Oh my gosh.
It was so
These
much fun to
things
do.
are so crazy.
They're so detailed. And I'm really loving being in the Châtelaine group on Wednesdays too, because they've got so much knowledge to pass on. And I feel like I need that to get through this.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's left, there's like a little corner embellishment. There's a 4-inch wide border that goes, or 4-stitch wide border that goes all the way around it, and the corner embellishment, and then the beading.
Wow.
So it is coming down. I also think it is really funny that in the world of Châtelaines, this is considered a mini.
It's been a lot.
They don't go smaller than this, really.
Okay.
I mean, they do some that are micros, but at that point, they're like a set of 4 micros, and you're clearly supposed to do them all on the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is it. This is really tiny.
She's been trying to talk me into doing it. We'll see. I'm gonna go on a shop. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see what's out there.
Can you text me the whole time though?
Yeah,
I want to.
I'll give you an update on how it's going.
So they're tricky too because since so many of them weren't test stitched, when you see the pictures of them even on the website, it's just like this low resolution.
Yeah,
grainy.
I know.
And
know how
it's
to
hard
see beyond.
You gotta see beyond, yeah. So I'm still working on kitting up my big one, but I think I'm gonna try maybe a medium-sized one while I give myself time to kit that big one up.
Beauty.
The Sleeping Beauty one is the one that I think I'm gonna do next. Yeah, and by I think I'm gonna do, I mean about the pattern.
Yeah, I looked at it because that's my princess.
Mine's back.
Not like not like you can do my princess, but like that one.
It's your Disney princess you identify with the most.
Is like I love her story, and so I loved seeing it, but it looks hard. Hard.
It is gonna be hard. Yeah, but we do it together.
It looks hard. I can't wait to see. No, I'm not doing that one. I'm gonna start with something easier.
Well, then I'll get a head start, and
but I'm
if you
excited
have questions,
to see it
you can ask
because that's my favorite storyline. So I can't wait.
Good.
I don't want to do it.
I mean, my castle might say Sleeping Beauty, but it might actually be Beauty and the Beast castle. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's covered in roses and thorns.
I mean, that is kind of the original fairy tale, is that her dad went and found the Beast castle, and he said
they both did have a moment.
They had it with the roses,
they both had a thorn moment.
Then the roses, when she leaves, and the castle gets overgrown, and
yes, I do remember. You guys both have it. Yeah, we both have it.
All right, do you have another one?
Yeah, I do. It's tiny. It's tiny.
You show it's tiny, and then I've got 2 more, plus a FFO. Oh, what's that fabric?
It's that 20 count that I pulled out.
Oh, it's pretty.
I got myself a chunk last night of this 20 count Ada. I bought like a yard and a half of this 20 count Zweigart. It wasn't cream, remember? What was it? Ivory. And I was feeling really depressed after I finished that last night.
Why were you feeling depressed after you finished?
Because I was in bed last night and I finished it, and all of a sudden I was like,
what do I sew next?
I don't know what to do. I'm so sad. I was having so much fun.
Do you know, I actually did the same thing with that project. I started procrastinating on it really hard. I actually didn't sew for 2 days because I was like, if I finish this, I don't get to sew it anymore.
I know, and I felt I had this like instant like freak out.
Yes.
At like 10:30 at night, I ran down and cut myself this big piece and started the beast. This one.
Oh, the long dog.
The long dog beast.
I love it.
I started it, and this brings us into, I gotta turn on my thing. This is how I keep all my patterns, is on
like a Kindle.
It's this like fancy thing I love. It's called a box something, and it's not gonna turn on, but I need to go over the pattern with you because it is so much backstitching.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
And I've never backstitched.
We'll do it.
And when I saw it, I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
You are going to start doing backstitching, and you're going to go, oh my God, I can't believe I was afraid of this.
Yeah, it's a lot, and I'm excited. I did that little row right there was my first one. But this thing is...
Do you use 1 strand or 2 strands?
1 strand.
Good girl.
Yeah, I'm using...
Your
Sulky, I just like my other one, but look at this.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna be like, I can't believe that was scary. We'll do it on a little piece of test fabric.
So much backstitching.
Yeah.
Just so yeah, I needed another big piece immediately, or I was gonna cry.
I get that.
So that happened last night. Way too late.
I can't wait to see what happens.
There's a lot of memories in this one. There was a lot of emotional distress.
To finish it? Yeah.
It was a distressful situation. I was like, I can't end this era.
I know. So you feel like you got to start the next one? Yeah. I feel like a little bit, because we said we are going to start the Siege of Bunny Castle on the first day of spring, because we started the last one on the first day of spring. I feel a little bit like it's that week in between Christmas and New Year's, where like all rules break down.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening. Did I brush my teeth today? I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like stitching wise, that's the headspace I'm in right now.
It was emotionally distressing finishing that thing. I didn't know who I was anymore.
Yeah, but I hear you. So I have a new start.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to say I did this one while I was watching Naked Lunch. So if you've seen that movie, I want you to just have a moment and understand the incredible cognitive dissonance of me watching that horrible insect body horror movie while stitching this tiny little flower.
R.I.P. Mr. Lynch.
Oh, it's not David Lynch, it's Cronenberg.
Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Did he die too?
I don't know.
I thought you were that was a Lynch
I
phase.
I have been going through a little bit of a David Lynch phase.
Okay, that wasn't part of the Lynch phase.
No. But then I got on disturbing body horror movies, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I love having the kids gone during the day because I can watch grown-up movies.
Nice.
So this is GH 1857. And I have wanted to do this one for so long. It's my first time doing a historic reproduction. This is the center medallion. It is on 46 count maple bar by Cedar River Linens, which I love because I feel like I gave it that. I was a little worried about ghosting. This is straw, Weeks Dye Works, but it does not ghost. I think it shows up beautifully. It is so slow. This is 3 hours of stitching for me. And
is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so slow. And it's so tiny. And it's so beautiful.
It's so
and
beautiful.
It's so perfect.
That blue is just everything I want.
And I'm using a 28 tapestry needle on it, and I think I need to switch to a hand sewing needle with a sharper tip.
Really punch through that linen?
It just feels like it's a big needle for this linen, and I think I need to find something a little bit smaller. But there you go. I was hoping to get the whole thing done, but I did not realize how time consuming it would be. I thought that this would be not that big of a difference from stitching on 40 count, and it was a big difference from stitching on 40 count for me.
How pretty this color is.
Yeah,
all of the colors are so pretty.
Yeah, and the other thing I'll say is that Weeks is not the easiest to sew with.
It's not, well, you know, I gave up on Weeks. So.
I do. And I always, whenever I'm sewing with Weeks, I'm like, this is not so bad. And then I switch to DMC, and I'm like, oh.
It's hard.
It's hard to sew with and make it look good. So I'm using really short lengths. I decided to just really be militant about keeping all my variegation going horizontal in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So like regardless of where the motif is, the stitch pattern is always leading to horizontal.
Yeah.
So to really just show that off.
I am actually nervous about doing Siege of Bunny Castle in that Roxy Floss because I have only been stitching in sulkies and 103s.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that the twist is just completely different on these kind of threads versus a normal thread. And I'm already feeling nervous and like trying to bulk up my collection.
Just in case.
These are my sulkies. In case I can't go back to normal thread.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's just, it doesn't tangle. It doesn't fluff. The twist is just better for stitching for me.
You're also a more experienced stitcher after several, I mean, like last time you used one of those flosses was several months ago.
Yeah.
And so you might find that your hands have just sort of learned it.
Yeah.
And then, keep your lengths short.
I'm going back.
This long.
I'm giving regular floss another try.
It's been in timeout. And
regular floss just
gets another chance.
If you're not on a spool, I don't want to look at you. So that's going to be my intro back into it. And I love Roxy Floss. Those were not the ones I had issues with, but everything else was. So I'm high hopes. But I might be done with standard floss.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Hold on. One more time for you guys. And because, like I said, I've said this before, but I think the front shows you a stitcher's vision and the back shows the process. And the process is, to me, equally, if not more interesting. So there's the back. And so you guys can see how I did it.
Absolutely gorgeous.
All right, I have one more.
Okay. And then
I have my FFO.
Oh, you have an FFO too? I thought that was, oh my God, there's something else? Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'll do the FFO now.
Yeah, what did you finish?
I framed it.
Oh my gosh!
I
forgot about this piece.
Amaryllis Artworks Forest Medallion. It's all beaded. I stitched it in 2 days. It was a marathon stitch, but I did it in 2 days. And then I framed it, and this is the most on grain I have ever managed to get my framing. I am super proud of that. It's also the first time that I have not put glass over it, but I got the glass in and it just looked unhappy. It looked cramped and squishy.
You framed this beautifully.
Thank you. I worked really hard on it. I've been just I can see the mistakes in it, but it is really within a millimeter to being perfectly centered. And I think there's one corner where you can see a slight roll, and it's like right here. See, we're not exactly on grain, but we're off by literally one strand for the last half inch.
Oh my god, that is just not.
And I probably
even
could go get a
thing.
needle and fuss with it, but honestly, it's off grain because of schlubs in the linen, not because of how I did it.
That's right.
So there you go.
Where are you gonna put that?
I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, I framed it because I wanted to learn about framing, not because I ever do anything with my
We needed something.
cross stitch.
Okay.
So there you go.
I see the linen that I like.
This is Ida.
Or the Ida I like, so I'm excited.
So you
I
know which one
almost
this one is.
re-bought this last night.
All right, I'm gonna say again.
It's called
Witches
Blush, I
Garden
think.
Crafts. Make us linen, please.
I know.
Want to do my Sleeping Beauty Châtelaine on this fabric so badly, but it can't be sewn on Ida. I mean, it could, but like I'm unwilling to put myself through quarter stitches on Ida.
I think it's called Blush.
Blush.
But I lost my Etsy account because I'm a dummy.
Oh, I'm sure Amy put it in the notes.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so
okay. I'm gonna go through our notes.
It's my dead cat sampler.
Love. Oh, you did the leaves.
I started on the leaves. I decided I really need to break these leaves up.
God, that linen is good.
Isn't it?
Or Ida.
It's perfect. And so the leaves are as much of a pain in the butt as I thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
But once
That's
you kind
why
of,
I gave it to her, because I was not doing all those leaves again.
But once you sort of like memorize them, they're not so bad. So what's new is that arch of birch and then the bird feeder. And I love the bird feeder so much because in my head, the kitties are like, little birdies, we have a treat.
Come out.
You can be safe, little
You're
birdies.
fine. It's
We are
fine.
not eating your faces. We are not that kind of cat. We would never. Come to the bird feeder, little birdies. Meanwhile, you know, they're cats, so they're clearly pushing these houseplants off the ledge.
Oh, of course they are.
So I enjoyed this one. The birch is all done in weeks, and this is the one that I really did.
This
I got
is
all
your
the way
best
through
piece.
and was like, you think so?
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely. Absolutely, this is the star. This one is so pretty.
I love blue flower. So I'm enjoying this one a lot.
The colors on it is just beautiful. The green is popping. The white is popping. It just is so good.
I need to find a different quote to go in here. The quote that's on it is not, there's nothing wrong with it, but since I'm going to put my cat on this, I want to have a quote that really reminds me of Miss Bernadette Buttermittens.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to go here. She'll be the last thing that I sew. It calls for a DNC that's kind of like a variegated black and brown, but my Bernie deserves silk. So I'm going to be doing her in Gloriana's Antique Black.
I'm so glad you're stitching this.
Yeah.
I was never going to do this.
I love this piece.
And this is my favorite piece.
And then this one has also become my wrestling tournament piece.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Good memories.
it is good memories.
Wow.
And there she goes.
She's my favorite.
So I'm going to start putting in more birds around
the
here.
birds. The
And those are
mohawk
really
birds.
exciting.
They are really exciting.
Really exciting.
Okay, I think I only have a couple things to mention, and then I think we're freaking out of here.
I have a small amount of plans and haul that I want to talk about.
Okay. We're good on time.
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 people
That we've been watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cross stitch with Luda, L-U-D-A. I'll put all of these in the notes. I believe she's from Ukraine because she posts the video and then in English, and then she posts the second one in Ukrainian, and then that's how all of hers
so cool.
go.
I love that.
I know, because she used to only do Ukrainian, and now we get to hear what she's talking about, because I used to just watch her
And not
be like,
understand
it's
it.
pretty. But she is so fun to watch and so interesting to hear someone from, a different area of cross stitch.
Oh yeah, and that Eastern European cross stitch is so beautiful and so precise.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
how do they do it?
And so she has a lot of different designers and
And
a lot of different things that
we're just not seeing.
and things that blow your socks off.
I love having my socks blown off.
Yes. So cross stitch with Luda. She is beautiful. Honestly, could be a model. So it's fun to watch her, and it's fun to hear about her experience cross stitching. Her growing up cross stitching in somewhere else is so interesting.
Wow. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Fascinating. Yes, fascinating. Obviously, Lindy Stitches is doing the Nashville shopping list, so I'm watching that.
Yeah,
because I'm watching that. Nothing yet.
Nothing that you're excited about?
Nothing yet. Nothing yet that I'm like, that's it.
Are there like trends that you're starting to notice? Like last year I noticed there was a lot of really outsized big flowers.
Honestly, there's nothing that I'm like...
Over a tiny house. Tiny house, big flowers last year.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy for. I've kind of just been watching it and enjoying the show, but I have so many projects that I love so much that I have planned for this year. I don't think you could distract me.
That's fair.
That pile over there is so beautiful of the things I've collected that I'm so happy with. I don't think you could distract me.
I'm feeling like, so there are, after we did our whip parade, I've got some things that I still haven't taken out of the bag of iron projects from that. And I'm thinking that some of those I'm going to have to weed down. And so I'm feeling like I'm ready to say, pass these on to somebody who will love them because it's not me.
Yeah. So nothing has grabbed me, but I love seeing new designs. I love seeing what's happening, what's going on. There is a pigeon that stares into a puddle.
Oh, you showed me that one. Oh, but
I don't think I'm going to stitch
Can we just take a minute? Have you played Hatful Pigeon though?
What?
It's a video game. It's a dating simulator, but you're dating pigeons. Like Nikola Tesla.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, I love Nikola Tesla. And he had a pigeon that
he fell in love with.
Yeah.
And the pigeon died, and he was like, that's it.
That's it.
The love of my life is done.
Yeah. He loved a pigeon, and I understand that.
Well, Hatful Pigeon, you can date pigeons.
I want a pigeon so bad. I have a heartstring moment with pigeons because I heard this thing this one time. It could even be false.
Oh, no.
But like, we used to love pigeons. Like, we used to take care of our pigeons.
I mean, you've got an entire word just for the house that pigeons live in, right? That's what a dovecote is.
They used to be our best friends. They used to be in our house. They used to carry our messages. They used to be important to us. And then one day, we got a telephone and
Telegram, probably.
Threw them out into the street. And they used to live in cages and gilded beautiful homes and were the most beautiful things. And now we walk by them just like pigeon. Oh, there's pigeons.
Yeah, and it's one of the reasons that there are such, like, they're domesticated animals that are no longer being taken care of, and they really lost some of their survival skills.
Have you Google
pigeon
nest? Just Google pigeon nest. They lost the ability to remember how to build a nest for their eggs, so they will literally just like put a stick on the ground and then lay their egg because they do not remember how to make a home. And then we treat them like garbage.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm sorry I brought up the pigeons.
Anyways, I saw that I saw that the pit. Oh. It's like, of course, the pigeon's just staring, like, who am I? And it's like...
It's staring in a puddle of its
You
own
were
reflection.
a prince. You were a prince, is what you were.
And maybe you will be again someday. Can we...
Maybe when I don't have kids, I will dedicate my life to the pigeon conservation.
You know what? I'll help you build a dovecote. We can have it in the backyard.
They are smart.
They are.
Shoot, now I got myself in a mood.
I'm sorry.
Okay, back into reality. Cam the Stitcher has been hitting all the notes for me recently. Her floss tubes are on point. I've been loving the vibes recently from her. I think she's put out like 3 really good ones. Nothing like whoa, but like just the vibes are good. I love the vibes, like at the end with the like, bye baby. Like, I just love it. Anyways, you'll get your
care package.
We're working on it. I'll get there. And then, okay, the newest, hottest.
Oh, we're so obsessed.
Love. Stitch. I can't even
Stitch
say.
Apocalypse.
You're gonna have to say it.
Stitch Apocalypse.
Stitch Apocalypse.
His name is Colin. He's a graduate student, I think, in Philadelphia.
Colin.
The one thing that we're going to say is that his channel is very political. And so if you're somebody who's trying to take a break from politics, just know that is not going to happen if you watch him.
Yeah, don't watch Colin if you're feeling like you don't want to hear
It's called Stitch Apocalypse. It's about,
the end.
The vibe is there, right in the name.
End. Yeah.
He is a new stitcher, and he's very experimental and very fearless.
Oh my god, his pieces, I have never, I guess I have before, but like watching him, I felt so inspired.
Oh, and
I bought this while I was watching him. I was like,
he's working on that piece, yeah. No, for me, it was seeing him do a white on white piece, and like obviously now I'm gonna do a white on, like I can't not do a white on white piece. Thanks, friend. Like I hate white stitching, but is it gonna be huge? Of course it's gonna be huge. I don't make anything that's not huge.
Colin, I fell in love with your videos.
Yeah.
There's one video.
One video.
I sent it to. I was like, you
drop what you're doing,
Colin. If you don't know about Colin,
of course we didn't know about Colin. The video was like 3 hours old.
Colin.
The thing that I like the most about him is that, like me, he's a deep overthinker.
Mm-hmm.
Deep overthinker. Like we're not just overthinking the piece. We're referencing other artworks. We're referencing other books and feelings and moods, and we're saying, what does this stitch tell us about like modern society and the place that fiber arts has had historically? And I love that. I want to overthink with this man all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia is not Seattle. Like if you just move, like we have really great...
I was like, what's up with the fingers?
No.
Yeah, no, yeah, come over here. Colin, I'm doing the beast because of you.
Yeah.
I love you. I loved hearing about all of your thoughts. I also started spiraling and went on a journey about... I am just in love. I can't wait to do this. I loved as soon as you put this up, I was like, what is that? And then when I was hearing about your process with the whole thing, I also started going through a process. Oh, just love.
Yeah.
I can't scream your name loud enough.
It was really fun. Thank you.
Yes, thank you
Please keep
so
doing
much
it.
for sharing. I encourage anyone with interesting thoughts to just share. That's why we're doing it. Share.
Yeah,
I love
I will
it.
say too, that I think my favorite Floss Tubes are the ones where we're hearing what people are thinking about when they're sewing.
Yes.
Yeah, not necessarily, like, I love the technical stuff, but more than your materials list, I want to hear what you're thinking.
I love it. I just love it. It was such a bright spot for me seeing you.
Yeah.
Be you. You were great. Loved you. So, yeah.
All right, so I have one last thing to talk about, which is plans and aspirations. So I do a lot of types of embroidery, although I've been mostly cross-stitch this last year. And one of the things that I have always wanted to learn how to do, but have not gone there, is Stumpwork. So I got a book. So if you're not familiar, Stumpwork is embroidery that, I'm trying not to put it right over your face, that incorporates three-dimensional elements. So a lot of them are like, these are sewn, wire is sewn into it, they're cut out and then wired onto the piece so that the butterfly's wings come off the page. There are...
oh my god, this is
beautiful. So I'll show you another, like this is using a turkey stitch to make the body fuzzy on this little moth, right? It's incorporating three-dimensional elements. There's a...
oh my god, that flower. I almost grabbed it.
I know. There's one more I'm going to show you guys.
Do you think you're going to get into this?
Well, I want to get into this.
Yeah.
Look at that. So
Have
that's where you can
watched
see.
Katie Strachan's
Of course
video?
I have.
You saw her flowers?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So, and you can see how they're done. So the thing is, in order to do this and to do this really well, I have to learn thread painting, which is
you've been
long and
talking
short
about
stitch.
forever.
I've been scared of it since I was a teenager. I have never even really tried it because it just is so beautiful and it's so intimidating. And I feel like I don't know where to start, and it feels a little silly because I do know how to paint. But then the thought of doing it, and it was like, what I feel like I need is a really good teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And like, who is the best painting teacher, Caroline?
That beautiful watercolor teacher.
No.
Oh, Katie Strachan?
No. Sorry, Katie.
Mr. Bob
It's the
Ross.
Bob Ross thread painting embroidery kit.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So it comes with a whole bunch of different projects and then the supplies to do two
And
of
is
them.
this the thread painting pretty much? Pretty
This
close?
is, no, this is actually is what it is.
Okay.
It is a kit about teaching thread painting. This is all done in long and short stitch.
Okay.
But I feel like it is a small project, it's low stakes, and it's a good place for me to feel like
Well, and he always feels cozy. And
he feels cozy. I can do it while I'm watching Bob Ross.
And the squirrels.
Yeah, and
We
the
need
squirrels. We do. It was an inexpensive kit. I'm sure that it's inexpensive floss.
Yeah.
But what I need right now, because I'm so scared of this technique, is something that is like cozy, low stakes. If it turns out terrible, I just laugh about it and grab the next one until I'm feeling more comfortable.
Silly little cloud.
Yeah. So this is the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be the
Oh,
first
that
step.
is so fun.
So
I love.
I know my hands are shaking. I'm nervous just talking
Thinking about
about
it.
doing long and short stitch.
Well, I know you have wanted to do it for so long, and I feel like you tried to get me to do it a couple times. You were like, "You should do thread painting."
I probably just wanted a comfort.
You should try thread. I was like, "You should freaking try thread painting." I cannot do this.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Okay, so but yeah, that's exciting, and this is perfect.
Yeah,
because this is low stakes.
exactly. It's low stakes and it's small. You know this is going to be this big one.
Low stakes. Bob would never make fun of you.
And it's going to be definitely for, I feel like the whole franchise of Bob Ross is that it's going to be step by step.
Yeah.
Plus it came from Costco and I know that Caroline loves that.
I love Costco.
So
Costco is my safe place always.
that's what I got.
That's it. Okay. That's it. That's it. I do want to go get the frame and show you guys, but I don't want to do it right now, so maybe I'll do it next time. Okay, that's it. We're thinking about everyone. Who, what happened? Nothing. Everyone, I hope you're all happy and cozy and
Warm.
warm.
Hope you got thick socks.
Or if it's hot where you are, I hope you're cold. And I hope everyone is happy and cozy and doing all their crafts. And we're all thinking about everyone. Oh my God. Look at our sweaters.
Oh, I didn't even realize we did that. You look cute today.
Sweater weather.
Are these sweater paws?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, maybe I can use that for a thumbnail.